Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to just spend a little time doing some questions and answers that I've gotten through email from other fellow veterans out there. So we thought we'd cover just a little bit of that today. So stay tuned with us and welcome back to the channel once again, the Vets4Vets in the Philippines. So we'll get started here and answer some of the questions that we have. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Vets4Vets in the Philippines. We got us a new year, 2021, so we're off and started on that, got through the holidays well, gained a little weight like always, but hey, that's good. So today we're just going to cover some things that was been given to me in email, some questions that I've had from a couple of veterans. And so I've responded to them in email, but I thought, you know, if they're asking, somebody else might be interested. So let me just have your attention for a little while. We'll go through this. Like I say, I'm no expert at this. Everything that I'm giving you is stuff that I've learned and received from other veterans or went out and done the research and got the information from their websites, different things like that, VA, places that these questions came up on. So take it for what it is. Do your own research. I recommend you also do that, but it's just nice for us to be able to share the information we have, and that'll help us, each one of us, as we kind of go through these questions we have today. So, well, we'll get started. One of the first questions I had a couple times now is, can you use your Tricare from your military service, like whether you're on active duty or active duty retired, U.S., can you use your Tricare here in the Philippines? And you guys forgive me, I looked down here at my iPhone here for a little bit to make sure that I'm getting you the correct information, but I got this information actually off of tricare.mil. So go to tricare.mil, M-I-L, and they list out everything that is covered here in the Philippines. They have an online providers directory, find a doctor, find a phone number. So yes, coverage is available in the Philippines and many other places, but that was one of the questions I had if someone was retired and came here and they wanted to continue their medical insurance through Tricare until they reached age 60 and turn it over into the Social Security's Medicare, yes, you could continue to do so. So that's a great opportunity that's afforded for us. Those of you that are in other branches of military from around the world, you know, check with your local version of the Veterans Administration. You know, if you're in Europe or wherever, or Canada, check with your version of the VA and find out if you know, what your provider covers, where providers. I know, like for Veterans Administration, you have to file paperwork saying you're going to be out of the country, and once you file that paperwork, then you're entitled to use your veterans coverage at a veterans facility in the country you're going to. So that we have one here in Manila. So make sure you just check with your service provider from where you get your insurance and see if that doesn't help. Now, I did have another veteran that asked me the question, what if you didn't have any insurance and or you didn't want to continue to carry your Tricare? And there is a deductible, monthly, that has to be paid, monthly coverage fee and a deductible. So you want to look at that and look and see whether you would be better off continuing to carry that. And I'm not recommending anybody drop insurance to be dropping insurance, but if you're cost effectively saving money over an annual time, then that's what you need to look at. So for instance, if let's say your insurance program costs you $500 US a month, and you put that out over 12 months, you're looking at $6,000 US a year for just your payment for your insurance. And then let's say your deductible, and say you have a good deductible and it's $2,500 or $5,000. So even at $5,000, you're already looking at $11,000 US per 12 months in fees that you're paying for your insurance policy. If you were to take that $11,000 and stick it in a savings account and draw minimum interest even, you would be well covered in the Philippines to have any major operation or anything done through that savings that you would have. So if you don't have insurance, I highly recommend you have a savings, a minimum of 5 to 10,000 US in savings, so that if something happens to you, you can meet that coverage. Because it's not like it is in the United States. They can and don't have to treat you if you don't have the money to pay for it. Plain and simple. They can hold you in the hospital until you pay for your bill. So that's my recommendation. If you don't have insurance, just have you an insurance savings plan. And along with that insurance savings plan, have you an emergency plane ticket fund. And when you look at it, right now it's kind of strange with the things that are going on right now with virus and travel and it's a lot harder to catch a flight out right away. But it still is possible to catch a flight out in 72 hours to right in there if you can get right in and get your medical clearance screening and out. But your tickets are going to be expensive. So what I would look at is make sure that you have $2,000 or $3,000 US for an emergency ticket out to get health care if you need to go somewhere else to do health care. I have found that even here in the Philippines, that there isn't much you cannot get done here. They have great cardiologists, cancer treatment doctors and facilities. So there's, I think it's all your own personal, what you want. Yes, things are different here and handled here different than what we're used to back in the US, but you can still get great medical coverage here and medical care. Then the other thing that you can look at is some private hospitals have an opportunity where you can kind of buy stock, so to speak. You make a payment in, and then you're eligible for a discount in your medical treatment through them. And so that's something else you could look into, is buying into private medical care facility in the Philippines here. So that's something you can take a look at there also, but it's just some suggestions. Once again, if you have an insurance program, take a look. Is your insurance going to cover you outside of the United States? Do you need to get a traveler's insurance policy where you can use overseas? There's other underwriters that can be added to your policy. If you don't have insurance, what do? Like I say, my recommendation is have 5 to 10,000 US that's just set aside for a medical. That would handle almost anything that I can think of here in the Philippines that do medical care and coverage right off the bat. So those are the kind of things you want to look at coming in. That's one of the major questions we got was what healthcare and what you could do for healthcare insurance. One of the other most asked questions I get, I guess, through messages and emails is, where should I come to the Philippines and buy property right away? That I think that's a personal thing. My recommendation, I don't care where you go, whether it's here, Belize, Costa Rica, Panama, whatever it may be, I recommend you come and stay in the country for 12 months before you purchase property. That way you have, especially if you're a first time being out of a country and living outside, being what we call an expat. A lot of us have, I grew up in central northwest Kansas and was a farm boy, and man, my whole life, I wanted to live by the ocean till I was stationed in Hawaii. And the new wore off of it very quick. I can drive to the ocean here in 45 minutes to an hour, go to the beach. So I lost that want and desire to live on the beach in the ocean, by the ocean. So my recommendation is to come here or wherever you're going as an expat, whatever country, and spend 12 months, travel around, rent. Find you a place to rent. Go to the place you think you want to be at. If you want to be in the mountains, you want a rural farm, you want to be on the beach, you want to be in the city, you want to be in the big city, Manila, Cebu, any place like that. Go there, rent a place for 3 months on a 3-month rental and see what it's like. Experience that. Then travel around. Even if you decide, okay, I want to be in the big city, travel to Manila, travel to Cebu, other larger cities that you want to. Even here where we're at here in Bataan, there is, it's a rather large city to me. It's 1.5 million, so that's a large city to me. So travel around, see what you want. You may change your mind quickly, and then once you have that opportunity to really get settled in and get past what we all call the honeymoon time of being here, then you'll be a little more ready to choose where you may want to go or stay. Give yourself that opportunity, because if you come right in and you buy a place, you're locked in. I mean, it's harder to sell a place than it is to buy a place. There's tons of properties on the market, and finding a buyer for your property can be pretty tough sometimes. And so you will have all your capital tied up in that area that you may not have decided you ended up wanting to be and living anyway. So that's my recommendation. Give 12 months, rent, and move around, travel around a little bit, see what you want. Go check out the beach areas, see if that's where you want to be. Go check out the city areas, or go into the local communities and go to the countryside and see what fits you best. All right, so that's kind of the top 2 questions that I've had lately that's come across. So if you guys and gals have any questions, please feel free to put it in the bottom down here and send me a message, or go to the email. It's Vets4Vets PI at gmail.com. So send me an email. Shoot me what it is. Like I say, I'm no expert by no means, but definitely will try to help guide you in any way that I know best. I'll ask other people. We'll research it together. We'll find the answer, but try to share what information that I went through and guide you the best I can in the right direction. So any questions that you come up with that you'd like me to try to answer, definitely do. Look forward to visiting with you. I try to answer all the emails as quick as possible when they come in. The messages, I do my best to get them read, so and respond when we can. And so once again, we thank you for being part of the family on the channel, and look forward to seeing you guys again soon. We'll be out doing some more things. We're getting out and about a little bit easier now here for travel, so we're going to be out and about doing a few more things in the upcoming months. So once again, if you like the channel, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the thumbs down. I mean, be honest, that's what it is. It's that's what it is. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications, so when we do upcoming videos, you get the notification right away. And share it out there with your friends. That's the only way we get things out is sharing our community the information. So share the channel if you want. Get it, put it on your Facebook. Other veterans may see it, or people that are interested in the Philippines. So definitely appreciate the help and support there. So once again, we salute you, and have a great day, and we'll see you next time. We're out of here.